Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, with this major planetary shift taking place in another 2-3 months, like where Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and Jupiter are going to be shifting the signs. So how specifically it is going to be impacting your public image, that is what we will try to understand in this one small, short and crisp video. Because guys, this is not a kind of a usual next 2-3 months. So that in itself means that, let's say for example, if planets are going to be shifting and touching some sensitive areas in your natal chart, and if it is also being promised with the running dasha, it can actually trigger certain events as well. And again guys, when I talk about public image and all, so if you're working as a politician, you're doing any social work, you are connected with any of the glamorous entertainment industry where the followers is very important, then somehow it becomes very important for you. And again guys, astrology is a science of the overlap. Like there is a regular client of mine, and this guy, young guy, and he by himself is very intelligent, very spiritual, but if planets are actually making you like that, when I received this consultation inquiry from him, and he looked like little bit emotionally unsettled. And imagine, Aquarius Lagna, he has got like 5 planets in the Pisces, even running the dasha of the Ketu Mahadasha and the Mercury Antardasha. So irrespective of being so spiritual, so pure soul, it tend to remain emotionally unsettling time. And why to go very far? Even today on a Tuesday, being a Aries rising, I'm also like right now running Saturn Mahadasha, Mars Antardasha, both being in the Scorpio in the 8th house. And I'm coming after donating blood in the morning. So donate the blood, that cotton and that band-aid while crossing the road, just drop it on the middle of the road, and you honored that energy. If planets were making you, your running dasha was making you accident prone, in a way you honored the vibration of that energy. See, that is a different case. I do all the Hanumanji Sundarkand and I follow all the precautions, but even after that, if you have certain yogas that need to be honored. Okay guys, now we will shift to our discussion. So guys, like the way, if you remember in one of the previously uploaded video where I talked about, where the topic and the thumbnail was which month or year you will get that matrimonial proposal. So over there I explained the importance that Jupiter, which is a very important planet, especially if you are a arranged matrimonial match seeker. Second thing is that it's not only individually the 7th house or the 7th lord, but also the A7 pada, because A7 act like the shadow of the 7th house. And when we come across those kind of situation where people start seeing you as a marriageable candidate, people, and within the social circle, within the family circle, people start talking about you. So that means your shadow, your persona is creating an impact, and that generally happens when Jupiter transit over from your A7 pada. So we already have had our discussion on that topic. Now guys, in this video we will be talking from the point of view of, just because guys, in my case as well, like my majority of the planets are in the Aquarius, and Saturn has just crossed over from there, and now Rahu is coming over there. So that means, and even some of my clients as well, like the way this regular client of mine I was talking about, now he has become like a very good friend as well. So imagine in his case, with so many planets in the Pisces, he actually hosted Rahu over there for like past 1.5 years. So again guys, astrology becomes like a practical case study as well. So I have the database of so many of the Libra people, that what kind of experiences they have gone through. I have the database of so many of my clients with the Aries Lagna, what kind of experiences they are going through from the past couple of months. So that only lands me to this observation that in which dignity right now planets are giving results. So okay guys, now talking about, like the way I was talking about that, when we talk about especially the public image, over there guys, the general thumb rule of astrology is that there is one ascendant which is called as the Arudha Lagan, that plays a very significant role. So Arudha Lagan, like for all those people who are like new to astrology, so simply put, it is like your shadow. It is like the shadow of your ascendant. So ascendant is something which you are in reality, but Arudha is about what kind of impression of yours which goes to people's mind. That is what we study from the Arudha Lagan. And whenever guys, any of the important transit happens from the Arudha Lagan, it holds this capacity where you will see that your public image, people's opinion, perception about you goes through lot of like ebb and flow, ups and downs. And like the way I mentioned this thing at the beginning of this video, if you're already working as a socialite, you are connected with the entertainment industry, then knowing this becomes very important. So guys, in the case of the planet Jupiter, it's not only the Arudha Lagan, but also like if for example, in the month of the May, Jupiter will transit to the Gemini sign. So if even your Indu Lagan or your like Shri Lagan, if in your case that happened to be the Gemini, so that is going to be a very good news. It will actually create good opportunities when it comes down to the wealth. So same is the way guys, like the way I was talking about, that your Arudha Lagan, monitoring the Arudha Lagan becomes very important. And in the rest of the video guys, we will be just talking about that if let's say for example in whichever dignity majority of the planetary shift is going to be taking place in the year 2025. So if your Arudha Lagan is that sign over which any of these planets are going to be transiting, how it is going to be impacting your public image. So let's start first with the planet Jupiter. So guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, that Jupiter's transit individually, whether it's your Arudha Lagan, whether it's your 7th house, your 7th lord, whether you're like A7 pada, your A5 pada, is generally considered as a very good news, because Jupiter is a planet of prosperity. Jupiter is a planet of the abundance, good fortune. And again guys, when we talk about the good luck and the fortune, it's not only about what is coming to you right up there, up front on your face. A lot of the things like where people rise, that happens because even behind their back, there is a good word of mouth which is circulating around and about that person. So this is the kind of role which Jupiter plays, and I have given that example so many times. A lot of the good astrologers whom I have met in like Bharti Vidya Bhavan, the place from where I did majority of my occult courses, when I asked them, bro, you have got such a good knowledge, why you're not there on the social media? No, Nipun, it's like even with the word of mouth, I keep on getting so much of the business. I'm all the time so busy and occupied that I don't even have time to put content on the social media. So word of mouth is still doing good for me. So for these kind of things and for those people, you will definitely find that their Arudha Lagan and the planets from the Arudha Lagan are definitely going to be in a dignified state. And again guys, when we talk about the field like astrology, see, the thing is, the way I am operating, I am doing it over the online. So it's just like that, there is still a wall between me and the clients. No matter how much, with how much honesty and credibility I am doing this thing. But imagine the case of those astrologers who still exist in India, who are responsible for the 3 generations of the families who have been consulting from the same one family astrologer. Now imagine if a chart of a newborn child has come to you and the child supposed to have some Bal-Rishta Yoga and the astrologer failed to see that. What is going to be the repercussion of that? And don't you think that the family of that is going to come back and blame to that person and held him accountable for that? So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that Arudha Lagan plays a very important role, because your public image is being governed by that Lagan, Arudha Lagan. And over there, and again guys, if I were to give you just a layman way of doing the calculation, so Arudha Lagan gets calculated simply, wheresoever your ascendant lord has gone in the chart, you have to go that many places ahead of it. So for example, if your ascendant lord has gone to the 8th house, if you are a Aries rising, your ascendant lord becomes the planet Mars. And if the ascendant lord Mars has gone to the 8th house, now you have to go 8 places ahead of it. So now if you will do that, you will reach the 3rd house. So for the Aries Lagna, in the 3rd house, you will find the Gemini sign. So that means for a person who is a Aries rising, ascendant lord Mars has gone to the 8th house in the Scorpio. So for this person, Gemini will happen to be the Arudha Lagan. That means all what you have to do is that you have to rotate the chart. You have to make Gemini as the rising sign, and then you will get the vital information regarding the public image of that person. So again guys, if you are new to astrology, so any good software like Jagannath Hora, I guess Cosmic Insight, Jyotish app, all of them have that by default feature where you can actually see and get to know about your Arudha Lagan, because there might be certain exception if your ascendant lord is placed in the ascendant in itself, if your ascendant lord has gone to the 7th house. So if you will look at the Jagannath Hora software, you will actually get to know about where your ascendant lord has gone and what is your Arudha Lagan. So now guys, now we will continue our discussion. So let's say for example, if your like Arudha Lagan is Gemini, so that means this year Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Gemini sign. So guys, this is actually a very good combination, especially whether you are working in a social media business, or like if you are in a business where creating a buzz around your work is very important. And most importantly, if you are a kind of person, you want people to talk good things about you behind your back, Jupiter's transit becomes very, very important. Like the way in certain cases when Rahu transit over your like Arudha Lagan, that might be responsible for giving rise to lot many of the gossip, rumors happening behind your back. But Jupiter is different in this regard. So Jupiter does not only protect us, like the way we say that even the body organs connected with the Jupiter, that is liver, and I guess liver has got that regenerative power, right? You cut a piece of the liver, put it into someone else's body, it still grows again. So I mean to say, Jupiter is such a benefic planet that it does not only protect you, safeguard you, gives you prosperity wheresoever it is placed in the chart, wheresoever it is aspecting in your chart, but also when it transits over your Arudha Lagan, it safeguard and protect your public image behind your back as well. And for certain profession, for certain people, if you actually want that good word of mouth around you, again guys, now why I'm emphasizing on the word of mouth, because it's the Gemini. Had it been Cancer, it's just like that people feel good about you. Had it been like Virgo, people actually see you as a problem solver. So Gemini is different. So all those people in whose case I am also guilty, I also have my Arudha Lagan as Gemini. So if your Arudha Lagan is Gemini and Jupiter is going to be transiting over it, it is going to be a very, very good sign, especially if you are in a communication business, or if you are actually operating your business in a way where, again I mentioned, word of mouth plays a very significant role. Then this transit will safeguard your interest. It will solidify your public image. Now guys, moving ahead. Now let's say for example, if you have to understand it from the Saturn's point of view. And guys, over here, I'm not talking some generic kind of analysis or assessment. Here I'm talking about specific to the 2025 perspective, 2025 point of view. That means if your Arudha Lagan is going to be of Pisces and Saturn is going to be transiting over it. So guys, generally Saturn's transit in the Pisces, if that happened to be a Arudha Lagan, it is not considered as that solidifying, because see, it could actually benefit those people who tend to have a kind of a sorry kind of case or victim kind of personality, or if you're doing something which is like connected a lot with the charity, with the social work, or like where people run a lot of the charitable institutions and all, and they are always in that need of public support, public funds and all. So those people can actually get benefited. But generally what I have seen, what happens is that if your Arudha Lagan is going to be Pisces and Saturn is going to be transiting over it, so people by default will expect a lot from you, especially in terms of sacrifice. So like the way in every household there is one elder sibling who is always expected to be the right person, to give away things for the stubbornness of the younger sibling, of the younger brother, younger sister. So this is going to be that kind of story. This is going to be that kind of case. Again guys, everything comes down to individual to individual. Let's say for example, if your Arudha Lagan is like Aquarius, Saturn going over it is a different story. If your Arudha Lagan is going to be Libra, Saturn getting exalted and transiting over it, it's altogether a different story. Saturn in itself is a planet of like sacrifice, of grief, of isolation, hard work, and that too in the Pisces. Again, I'm not saying that the Pisces transit of the Saturn is not good. It all comes down to where like Pisces is an energy which demands lot of sacrifice. So if it is going to be happening like this, where people around you like expecting you to have that high moral compass and you be the one who has to sacrifice, who have to adjust. So be very much prepared for that. And again guys, Saturn is a planet of greatness, so Saturn is the planet of the respect, like the way when I was talking about from Jupiter's point of view. So people behind your back, like they are seeing you as someone who's very wise, someone who is like shall be respected because of your good conduct, because of your good ethics. Now the good part about the planet Saturn is that your deeds actually inspire people. Your deeds only, your compromises, your sacrifices, your adjustments only make people talk good things about you behind your back. But again guys, don't be surprised if this is going to be the time when people around you, within your family, in your neighborhood, at your work, in your career, life will demand a lot of adjustment, sacrifice, compromise, just because Saturn is going to be transiting in the Pisces, which happen to be your Arudha Lagan. This is what people perceive you behind your back. So in other times, even if you're like trying to usurp something which does not belong to you, even if you're like trying to be very forceful, very aggressive, in the normal times, people would have accepted you with that sort of forcefulness. But when Saturn is going to be transiting over your Arudha Lagan, this sort of attitude, mindset, people might not appreciate it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But it is definitely going to be benefiting those people in whose case you are doing anything which is connected with the social work, which is connected with charity, which is connected with research and all. So those people will actually get benefited. Now guys, when we talk about our favorite Rahu and Ketu, the problem makers. So let's say for example, if your Arudha Lagan happen to be the Aquarius, so that means our Rahu, our genius, eccentric Rahu is going to be transiting over it. So guys, like what I have generally seen is that the transit of the Rahu is considered as good, especially for people who want to be in the news, people who want to be in the limelight. Again guys, see, when we talk about Rahu, Rahu is a kind of a planet which is in its own territory, it's always a misfit. So like for example, generally in majority of the cases where people are born in one religion and they are very much fascinated towards the foreign religion, you will definitely see that somehow Rahu's influence over their Jupiter, over their moon, over their 9th house, over their 2nd house, over their 12th house. Again, there is nothing wrong, there is nothing right, there is nothing good, there is nothing bad, but this is how Rahu's innate nature is, its personalities. And again guys, when we talk about the Arudha Lagan means it's not it's not you who has a control, it's people around you, it's your shadow which is being judged, which is being assessed, which is being monitored. So that means if Rahu is going through your Arudha Lagan, so like people behind you, you might be epicenter of all the gossip, you might be misinterpreted in a certain kind of situation, you might be doing things in a correct way, but people behind you are like speculating, assuming that you might have done something wrong, or you might be involved in something which is very dubious, which is very controversial. So this is how Rahu works. But again guys, like the way when we talk about people who are like operating on a big businesses, see, I don't know much about the stock market, but the way we say the sentiments of the market goes through vacillation, or this could be a case where like the actors and celebrities, for them this is one of the best transit, because their net worth, their public image, we keep on coming across those kind of situation where I do not know how much it happens in Hollywood, but that's what I have heard in the Bollywood. Like you performed one of the movie acted by you, like one of your movie performed well in the box office, and immediate after that you increased your price, or you are in any of the sporting league and you performed good in one season, and immediate after that you increased your prices and all. So this could be the case when Rahu is going to be transiting over your Arudha Lagan. So that behind your back, your public image is going to be very exaggerated. Again guys, see, okay, I want to be very honest over here. I have not watched much of the Korean shows. If I were to pick anything apart from the Hindi and the English genre, I get more fascinated, more interested in Japanese show Japanese culture and all. But yeah, a lot many people say this thing about the Korean shows, that they are very good with the marketing. They are very good with the marketing. Now, I'm not saying it's overrated, it's underrated, but you can look at it in this way, that okay, the Rahu energy works very good with the K-pop, K-show, K-drama and everything. So that's just a random example. Okay, I do not have any knowledge about it. I just wanted to say that anything, any entity which is being marketed well, any entity in the world which is marketed well, that is the energy of Rahu. So that's what I'm trying to say. That, and again guys, when we talk about Rahu being in the Aquarius, it is a very good energy, especially if you're connected with technology, you're connected with the mass media, or you want to be seen for your uniqueness. Okay, you are not scared of your uniqueness. You take pride in your uniqueness of your talent. You accept it, you embrace it. So I mean to say, Rahu's transit, if this is what Aquarius is your Arudha Lagan, this is going to be one of the best time for you. So your followers, your public image will actually go very high. Now guys, when we talk about Ketu, okay, so when Ketu transit over your Arudha Lagna, and again guys, over here, because we are narrowing it down and we are personalizing it as per the 2025. So that means if your Arudha Lagan is Leo and Ketu is going to be transiting over it. So guys, Ketu is a planet of extreme likes and dislikes. With Ketu, there is never a diplomatic solution. With Ketu, there is never a mediocre approach or solution to any given situation. With Ketu, it's always a hate and love kind of relation. Either Ketu loves you dearly or it does not like you, cannot stand you at all. And again guys, when we talk about Leo, again guys, Leo is a very, very important energy. I always say this thing, never ever forget the importance of the Kal Purush Kundli. Wheresoever Leo falls in your chart, your uniqueness is there, your talent is there, your glory is there, your recognition is there, the blessing of your past, your Pur Punya, your ancestor is there. Leo is a very important energy. And again guys, when we talk about Ketu, going over it, again, the whole understanding of this discussion is that here we are not talking about things which are in your control. Arudha Lagan is never ever in your control. Arudha Lagan is your shadow, which people behind you are observing. So that means if Ketu is going to be transiting over your Arudha Lagan, so guys, again, this is going to be the time when you are going to have very extreme emotions, extreme kind of response which you will get from the people. So with Rahu, it can still create confusion. With Jupiter, it can give you blessing. Jupiter is a different ball game altogether. With Saturn, people are like slowly, gradually disliking you. The way we say that people, there is a term in Hindi, Janta pe chha jana, to become a public's masses favorite. That is Saturn. But with Ketu, it's like, okay, I do not know whether it's a right example or not. So in India, people get very attached to their favorite celebrities. Okay, so one of the most loved Bollywood actor of all time is Amitabh Bachchan. So now, just because he created such a legacy that his son Abhishek Bachchan, in one of the interview was saying this thing, that one of his movie released and he was there in the theaters to watch that. In the interval time, there is this lady, she came from nowhere and she slapped him and she said that you shall be ashamed of yourself, you know, being a son of such a legend, and see, you're not living up to the mark. And I was like, was shocked and surprised. What happened? So that's what happens when Ketu is transiting over your Arudha Lagan. Whether you like it, you don't like it, you do not have any control. And people are already going very extreme about you. So again guys, I always say this thing, Rahu and Ketu are the planets of the mass hypnosis. And Ketu is a planet where, like we say that people like Osho, where people end up controlling people to such an extent that, you know, like all the rise of the cults and all, that all has happened because the leader was so charismatic that it completely conjured the consciousness, attention of its disciples, of the followers. So Ketu has got that much kind of power. If I were to say, out of all the planets, is the transit of the Ketu over your Rudha Lagan, which is the most intense. But again guys, it can be either side. It's like a double-edged sword. So either this could be something like which I just explained, this celebrity, this celebrity got slapped, or this could be people are like just just putting garland over your neck and they're like just madly in love with you, head over heels in love with you. That could be the transit of the Ketu. And again guys, it's very important. I again want to emphasize on this that Ketu is transiting over the Leo. So Leo means throne, where people in the political sphere, people in the corporate ladder, they get picked over for that position because of they do not know what's happening, but behind them public sentiments and opinion is somehow in their favor. This is what the power of Ketu is. Ketu is the most powerful. You put all the planets on one side, Ketu individually on one side is more powerful. So yes guys, that's the video which I wanted to say. So for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.